Morning. Good
You timed that
afternoon.
perfectly.
Some days I'm okay at this. Some days without you, I'm okay. But I never
Great.
record the good fade outs, it seems like. So it is what it is. Happy Monday, friends. All our friends, turn on your videos. We want to see you. Oh, hi, Brian. Nice seeing you again. All right. We have some fun stuff for you guys this week. But first, I want to get some ahas from the Halloween weeks. We gave you guys a ton of information. So I would love some volunteers to please raise their hands. We're just getting over Halloween week, so of course it's going to be things like victims, right? So raise a digital hand and give me some ahas about the engagement and things that happened.
I hope people unmute because I saw some really great posts about the costume contest. How many of you used the costume contest post that we gave you last week? All right.
Is this another one where we have to serve
Overwhelming response.
we have to start serving coffee before this call too? Wake up!
I will say I learned that the people in my world apparently are almost all chocolate people over the fruity candy. I had an overwhelming response of chocolate is the way to go. And I'm in complete agreement with them.
Yes.
100% agreement on that. Yes, I agree.
Does anybody collect a Reese's tax from their kids for taking them trick-or-treating like I do?
I don't have any kids, but I made sure to take some Reese's out for myself from the candy that we were giving out to trick-or-treaters.
I was sorting it. I'm like, one for mom, the rest.
Ryan got 0 fruity. 0. I agree with that, right? All right, so let's dive in, Brooke. What do we got? What else do we got? Any other? No one has ahas from last week. So what else do you got?
So sad. So maybe we need to give them some good stuff this week. Or maybe they all have sugar hangovers and they're just not ready to share today. Cassie, you sharing or you need me to share?
I can share for you.
That would be fantastical. If you're feeling shy and you need to put those ahas in the chat, go for it so I can see them. All right, so we can skip the part about the ahas. We have got a script for you this week. So now we should be asking for referrals, not just at the end, right, Jen? No, we should be asking for referrals during the entire part of the transaction. And now listen, if these hurt and this you think you're not comfortable doing this, going to ask to check for 2 things. Are you doing the best you can in the transaction? Are you communicating? Do you have things that are going out so that the client knows what's happening every step of the way? And if not, replay last week's opportunities class, the tech class, because opportunities is how you can stay in constant communication the entire transaction so everybody feels loved and supported. So this is your 2-way communication script for clients you're currently in a transaction with. It's been really great working with you thus far, and I feel really grateful to Jane for introducing you to me. If it wasn't for her, I would have never met you. So wanted to take time to ask you if you know anyone else that is looking to buy or sell a home, and if you would feel comfortable introducing them to me. Not very painful. And again, if you feel like there's something off with the relationship, let's look into it. Let's dig into your communication strategies during the transaction or the different things are happening, okay? Same thing with past clients. Hey, Jen, I was just thinking about our time together at the sale of 123 Main Street, and it was such a pleasure working with you. And I would feel really grateful to Jane for introducing you to me. If it wasn't for her, we would have never met. So I wanted to take this time to ask if you know anyone else that is looking to buy or sell a home, and if you would feel comfortable introducing me.
I would love to, Brooke.
I bring cookies. All right. Not bad, right, guys? Who can do this? Digital hands, real hands, throw them up. Jeff, I know you would. Yes, you would. Awesome. Let's roll to the next one. Our vocab is back.
Ryan gets our high five for participation today. Ryan,
God.
thank you. We
They're
love
awake.
you.
They're waking
We
up.
need your energy.
They're waking up, aren't they? They're waking up. All right. So I love vocab because sometimes I think I know what something means and I overcomplicate things in this nerd brain of mine. Title insurance. Title insurance is often required as part of closing costs, covers the research into public records to ensure that the title is free and clear and ready for sale. If you purchase a home and find out later that there are liens on the home, you will be glad that you have title insurance. Okay, love that one. Scroll of Roonies and this or that. I love this one because I am cold all of the time from September 1st back now till July 30th. Okay, so feeling slightly chilled as the cold weather sets in. What's your stance on the thermostat? Keep it chilly low and grab a blanket, or turn it up and cozy right down. Drop your preferences below. And we've got the hashtag.
Let's see him in the chat. What do you pick? I'm curious on this because my husband and I are at war over this. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like every household, you have to disagree. I'm more of turn the heat up. He is get that blanket because we're not turning it on, and the AC stays on until as long as it can. Yes. Let's see. What do we see? Turn it up. I like it.
I don't even have my heat on yet.
Oh, we got some blankets.
We have a wood stove. So I won't turn on the heat till like Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Oh gosh, no.
No, but we have the wood stove, so it's nice and cozy in here. I just don't put on the oil heat. And I sleep under a heated weighted blanket that is mint. So
are Snuggies still a thing, or is it the heated weighted blankets now?
I love mine. And I have this giant sweatshirt that goes from I look like a cartoon character walking around in it.
Perfect.
Cozy.
I'm a complete blanket person, but I still, that's such a, where are you? Camille, complete blanket person, but I still want to turn the heat up. Wow, that's a double.
I am with Camille. We have the heat on and I'm always using the blanket.
I'm always
Gotta have both.
I don't mind that either.
But I refuse to put the heat on even though I'm freezing. That's New Englander mentality, right? Everybody get your mittens, put a hoodie on, you're fine. You're fine. I love this one. And then your PSA, it is that time of year where agents tell everyone in their sphere about the clocks, and this is no different. It says, PSA, y'all. I guess we're channeling our Austin. Be sure to set your clocks back 1 hour before hitting the hay tonight. Why, you ask? Check out the history of daylight savings here, and we give the link so people can learn about what daylight savings is. And that's a silly little graphic for you that gave me such a good giggle this week.
Well, let me ask a question on this. How many of you this 1 hour messes up your life? Whether you have children or not, does it just mess up everything?
A dog.
How does 1 hour difference mess up the entire flow of what you're doing? It does for me anyway.
Does your dog need to eat an hour differently? Because mine is now thinking it's about
the whole
time.
Family is up in weirdness. No one's going to bed on time, waking up early, all kinds of weirdness. Yes to the dogs.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Does it mess up your whole world?
Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
It's me too, girl. It's me too.
Jeff's a cat person.
Who is?
Jeff.
Here I am sitting silently, respecting your presence. You gonna do that?
Look at that. We didn't even know his presence was here. Welcome, Nate Dickey. Our regional director is on the call with us. Good afternoon, Nate Dickey.
Hi.
You are now on the spot. Did
Cool.
you dress
wanna
up for
talk about-
Halloween? Did you dress up for Halloween?
I did. I was a cassette. I had to explain that costume to a lot of kids.
You were mixtape.
You might have to
Mixed
explain it to
tape.
half the people on this call.
Yes. Mixed back in the day when we used to have cassettes that our music was on. And when we were in high school, we used to make mixtapes. We'd give them to girls. That's
And
what
then
we did.
write out the lyrics, rewind it, and write them.
Oh yeah.
Jeff, did you want to add anything to that?
No, I'm still, my heart's a little bit broken. Nate hasn't recorded songs off the radio onto his mixtape for me yet.
I will. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
He hasn't made
It's
you a
sad.
cassette yet. That's
know.
not okay.
That's not.
I'm gonna just steer us in a different direction real quick.
That's good.
For a second.
Cassie's great for bringing us back to work. What are we here for today?
I know I saw Ryan Raymond is on the call because he has been participating in the chat. Ryan, I don't know if you can come off mute for a second, but I passed Ryan in the hallway the other day. And he had won our AM cards giveaway a couple of weeks ago. And he gave me some feedback on how it's going. And Ryan, if you're able to unmute and want to share a little bit about AM cards.
It's absolutely awesome. It's like very user friendly. They set up, I want to say 5 like already done templates. They branded it. And I was able to figure out how to add like the KW Legacy Partners logo myself. It's like super easy. So I never send out thank you cards, and I've sent out like 40 in the 3 weeks since I've gotten it. So it's great.
Have people been
That's
responding
awesome.
to your thank you cards?
30 of them just came as invitations to the Pi event next week. So they got sent out last Friday. So the short answer is like the thank you cards I've sent have been like after listing presentations and things like that, or after closings. I took like the photo with them holding the sold sign and put that on the front of the card so they don't just chuck it. And AM cards like put all my branding on the back of it and just wrote like a nice little message. And oh, the other thing, when I signed up, they sent a thing with 6 brownies in it, and their brownies were absolutely amazing.
Were they good brownies? It's important.
They're
So good.
really good. And you know what? Up your game. Go ahead and pre-schedule next year's anniversary card with the same image, but do a happy 1-year anniversary. Get that out now so you don't forget about it.
That's a nice thing too. Like you could set up you could set everything up and it does it automatically for you. So it's
love
actually
it.
really user friendly.
I love
Cassie, we
it.
have a question in the chat that says, what is AM cards and where do I find this information?
Yes, I was just gonna ask Brooke. I don't know if the best way is to reach out directly to Curtis. So if you could, Brooke, if you could put the info in the chat for how to get in contact with them. And I don't think Ryan was giving himself enough credit when I saw him the other day. He said it's so easy, even I can use it now. I've known Ryan for a little bit and I know that he is very capable of doing real estate and plenty of other things, but I think it goes to show it is super user friendly. Anybody can use it and set it up, and it makes that entire process a lot easier. So the AM cards info is in the chat now for the link. Go check it out.
Cassie, I was able to use it quickly because I am good at figuring stuff out, but like something like that would usually take me about 3 to 4 days, and I figured it out in like an hour or so.
I love it. That's
And they're
awesome.
so easy and nice to deal with. If you ever do have an issue, it's the guys who own it are the ones who answer you on the chat or the email support, and they're wonderful. If that link doesn't work for you guys, let me know. They change it up for the region every now and then. They give us a new landing page. This should wipe out any sign up fees. So then you're just paying a monthly fee to send cards, and it does end up being cheaper than buying cards, going to the mailbox, getting stamps. I can't believe stamps just went up again. But if that doesn't work, reach out to me at b.silva. Put that in the chat for you guys, or you can find me on brookthenerd.com, and I'll get you in touch with them and make sure that they waive the sign up fee for you guys. All right. Want to give some stuff away?
Well,
do.
yes, but I have a question in the chat from Kristen. She said, can anyone comment on AM cards versus send out cards?
So I can tell you why I decided to go with this is because these guys were previous Keller Williams and still in referral status with us. And they understood things like command and how smart plans work and why the touches are so important. And they really narrow in on the real estate world. That was why I chose to go with them. I didn't get anything special. I actually avoided them successfully for years at events. And then I got to meet one of the guys at an event in the Cape. And I was like, this fits now. This makes sense. And this is tied into what I do. So I would love to hear anybody else's, if they'd use either.
All right, quiet group today. So why don't we give away some stuff? You have to stay on to win. We have 58 of you on the call this afternoon, November 1st. So Cassie, Brooke, you ready to give some stuff away? You want to tell them what you're giving them
Yes.
today?
I don't have it in front of me to show you, so it'll be a nice surprise when our winner receives it in the mail. But it's one of our 12 can coolers branded with a KW New England logo, and also works great as a lunchbox, so however you want to use it. As well as one of our Onward t-shirts. And then I just dropped the link in the chat for our resources this week, as well as the Facebook group where we post our resources weekly, as well as other fun things that are coming up in the region. So we have number 352 this week going out to an agent at the Boston Northwest Market Center, Drew Nealon. Drew, are you on? I see Drew.
He's on.
I don't
He's
hear
on.
Drew, but I see Drew.
He's here. All right, let's see him. Hey, Drew, congratulations.
Okay.
Ooh.
He is in
So
class.
he's here. It sounds a little noisy in the
Multitasking.
background. So I know I've seen Drew on a few weeks in a row, so I'm excited that he's winning, and I hope that these have been valuable for him.
I don't know
They
why
have
he
been.
has a picture of a house with snow. That's making me a little, Drew, can you change that to fall maybe? I'm not ready for that behind you.
Yeah, that's my tape house, and it's about to be closed up for the winter. So I just put that on because I didn't have any better background picture. Sorry, and I'm in a public spot, so I can't mask up. So
It's all good. Thanks for coming on today and congratulations on your win. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Use the content, guys, that we're giving you. It's great stuff to get some really great engagement with your social media platforms. And that script that Brooke went over earlier, that is spot on, one of the easiest scripts to use. Please use it. This stuff doesn't work unless you do what, Brooke?
Use it.
Use it.
Gotta
So come
Yeah.
on next week with us. We're going to give you another great roll of content, and we're gonna have a guest speaker next week. So join us next week. Have a good start to your month, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Congrats, Drew. Congrats.